Matt Vickers walked into a Sky News studio convinced of one thing, that if he spoke confidently enough, nobody would ask him the one question that matters. Not about slogans, not about who's to blame, just a simple cause and effect question. Because the entire Conservative case right now hangs on pretending that the economic damage happened after they left office, not while they were in charge. Vickers wants you to believe that the current mess is a Labour choice, not a Tory inheritance. He wants you to believe that debt exists in a vacuum and that consequences politely reset when a government's change. But there's a problem with that story. It collapses the moment someone asks him to explain why the deficit grew in the first place. And that's when the question finally lands. He doesn't argue, he just stalls. So let's watch what happens.
Have you opened negotiations yet with Reform about an electoral pact?
No, we're going to go out there and smash these next elections. The reality is we had a tough general election. If anybody thought that we were going to, dust ourselves off and be back in the game within months, then they're a bit mad. Actually, Kemi's been out there. She's been doing the homework on the ground, hearing what the message that the British people sent us and going back with a real offer. And there's actually a big dividing ground out there. The big division between us and the other parties is that we're the party on the side of working people. We're not going to go around nationalising everything that moves. We're not going to tax them to death. We're not going to give away benefits, limitless levels of benefits. We're not going to remove that two-child clap like Reform, like Labour. We're here for working people who are doing the right thing.
Can I just do something which I sometimes have to do in interviews, which is, you just said we're going to go out there and smash these elections. Are you sure you want that to be your testimony? Because it will be played again after the May elections and after every election since then. So just...
We are. We're going to get out there. We're going to make our pitch to the British people. And you know what? Taylor's oldest time. Labour get into power. Every Labour government ever leaves office with more people out of work than when they arrived. And this government are doing it in record time.
OK, let's start with the sheer, unadulterated smash of it all. Matt Vickers actually sat there, looked Trevor Phillips in the eye and claimed that the Tories were going to smash the next elections. How is that a political strategy? That's a hostage video where the hostage has developed Stockholm syndrome for his own delusions. He's looking at a party that's losing donors, losing MPs, and basically losing their dignity to reform, and his solution is to pretend that he's winning a race that is not even started. Then we get to the logic hole. Vickers actually had the audacity to say that the current government doesn't have a pandemic or a war to deal with.
You left office with a massive black hole in the public finances.
There is as much evidence of the Loch Ness monster, and we've already heard
and the deficit.
That she knows. Rachel Reeves knows how
deficit.
to. Why was there a deficit?
And
why was there a deficit?
You tell me.
Why did the deficit grow? Why did it grow?
What?
What happened? There was something that happened.
Oh, I see.
Before the election.
It wasn't you at all. It was COVID, was it?
You got it. You're right. COVID created havoc on public finances, but we were bringing things back together.
Hallucination.
We had the fastest growing economy in the G7.
Just a delusion. She didn't happen at all.
We can start talking about Liz Truss, and we can talk about the issues that are facing this country today. We can talk about the fact that that deficit is as high as it was, that taxes were as high as they were, because of, as you rightly pointed out, that pandemic. But the reality is this government doesn't have a pandemic. It doesn't have a war. It's increasing the amount of borrowing. It's increasing the cost of that borrowing. It increases everybody's taxes, and it's putting people
to be
out
fair,
of work.
It doesn't have a pandemic or a war, but it's got an inheritance from you. 14 years. No growth.
Inflation was on target.
No growth.
Inflation was on target. Growth was the highest in the G7. It's now the lowest.
It's a breathtaking bit of revisionist history. He ignores the fact that the pandemic he's referencing wasn't just a virus. It was a black hole of PPE scandals and fiscal mismanagement that his party signed the cheques for. What he's trying to do, very carefully, is separate the cause of the damage from the cost of it. And debt doesn't work like that. The pandemic didn't vanish when the Tories left office. The debt didn't politely just reset. The interest payments don't just stop. They're still being paid, right now. He says Labour destroyed the economy and the Tories pick up the pieces. I mean, it's a classic script, except that the pieces he's picking up are the ones his own party dropped while they were busy arguing whether Liz Truss was a hallucination or a hero. And the best part of this crash is the reform question. His boss, Kevin Hollandrake, admitted the coalition might be necessary. Vickers, he doubles down on the Conservative majority fantasy. He won't answer if his boss is wrong because answering would require a level of honesty that clearly isn't in the deputy chair's job description.
People
so Kevin
delivering
Holland,
our message.
your boss was wrong when he said that there could be a coalition with reform after the next election because that might be the reality.
Our focus is going to be on delivering a Conservative
Yeah, but
government,
deal with the
because
question I'm
that's what
asking
this
you,
country
rather than the
is
question you
going
want to
need.
answer.
Well, you can ask me.
Is he
ask me
wrong?
when we get there.
Is he wrong
if
to
I'm
have said that?
But what I'm telling you is that we're going to deliver a Conservative majority government. We're going to go out there. We've listened to people. We're going to put forward a pitch to the British people. And by the time of that next election, if it takes till 2029, there's going to be nothing left. They've been in the office 18 months. 21% more people are out of work. This country needs the Conservative Party because we're the people who are fiscally responsible. We're the people who are on the side of those who work hard and do the right.
He's not just an idiot, he's a warning. If this is the best that the shadow cabinet can offer, a man who thinks you can smash an election by ignoring the last decade, then the car isn't just crashing, it's already in the scrapyard. Watching Vickers try to distance himself from Liz Truss's hallucinations while simultaneously claiming that they had the fastest growing economy is high-tier comedy. It's a political equivalent of, it didn't happen, but if it did, it was great. These guys are clearly terrified. They see the reform numbers holding steady at 30-odd% or whatever it is, and they know that smashing it is the only thing they have left to say before the lights go out.